Hi guys, thank you all for tuning in to Big Mama Story Time. Story time! Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment to my page. Here we go. Hi guys, thank you all for tuning in to Big Mama Story Time on today. Today I will be reading to you guys another rendition of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. And basically it's a retold story that has been told multiple times in different ways and fashions. Alright guys, so let's get into this one. This is a Goldilocks and the Three Bears retold and illustrated by Jan Brett. Okay. Let's see what this one is about. Is it any difference? A lot of beginning parts of this book. Okay. All right. All right, guys. Let's get into this. Once upon a time, there were three bears who lived together in a house of their own in the wood. One of them was little, small, wee bear, and one was a middle-sized bear, and the other was a great, huge bear. Probably be the father bear. That looked more like the papa. They each had a bowl for their porridge. A little bowl for the little, small, wee bear, a middle-sized bowl for the middle-sized bear, and a great, huge bowl for the great, huge bear. And they each had a chair to sit in, a little chair for the little small wee bear, a middle-sized chair for the middle-sized bear, and a great huge chair for the great huge bear. And they each had a bed to sleep in, a little bed for the little small wee bear, a middle-sized bed for the middle-sized bear, and a great huge bed for the great huge bear. One day, after they had made their porridge for breakfast and poured it into their porridge bowls, they walked out into the woods while the porridge was cooling. Look at them just going for a merry little stroll, not knowing their house finna be broken into. And while they were walking, a little girl named Goldilocks came to their house. First, she looked in at the windows, then she peeked in at the keyhole, and seeing no one was at home, she lifted the latch. Intruder alert! The door opened before her, and in she went. That's a whole intruder, y'all. How pleased Goldilocks was when she saw the steaming porridge on the table. The sweet smell of the porridge with roasted nuts, honey, and berries filled the room. It was so tempting that Goldilocks set about helping herself. I mean, she didn't even supposed to be in their house, but let's keep going. First, she tasted the porridge of the great huge bear, but it was too hot. Then she tasted the porridge of the middle-sized bear, but it was too cold. And then she tried the porridge of the little small wee bear, and it was neither too hot nor too cold. It was just right. She liked it so much that she ate it all up. Could have been poison. She don't even care. Then Goldilocks sat down in the chair of the great huge bear, but it was too hard for her. Then she sat down in the chair of the middle-sized bear, but it was too soft for her. And then she sat down in the chair of the little small wee bear, and this chair was neither too hard nor too soft, but just right. So Goldilocks seated herself in it, and there she sat, until the bottom of the chair gave way, and down she came, plump, upon the floor. So that chair wasn't even good for her either. None of this is good for her. She ain't supposed to be in these people's houses. Animal houses. Then Goldilocks went upstairs to the bedroom in which the three bears slept. First, she lay down upon the bed of the great huge bear, but that was too high at the head for her. Next, she lay down upon the bed of the middle-sized bear, but that was too high at the foot for her. Then she lay down upon the bed of the little small wee bear, and that was neither too high at the head or foot, but just right. So she covered herself up comfortably and fell fast asleep. By this time, the three little bears thought their porridge would be cool enough to eat, so they returned home for breakfast, but Goldilocks had left the spoon of the great, huge bear standing in his porridge. "Somebody has been in my porridge," said the great huge bear in his great rough, gruff voice. And when the middle-sized bear looked at her, she saw that the spoon was standing in it too. Somebody has been at my porridge, said the middle-sized bear in her middle voice. Then the little small wee bear looked at his bowl, and the spoon was in the porridge bowl, but the porridge was all gone. Somebody has been at my porridge and has eaten it all up, said the little small wee bear in his little small wee voice. Aw, she done ate up y'all food and everything. Upon this, the three bears, seeing that someone had entered the house and eaten up little small wee bear's breakfast, began to look about them. Now Goldilocks had not put the hard cushion straight when she rose from the chair of the great huge bear. Somebody has been sitting in my chair, said the great huge bear in his great rough, gruff voice. And Goldilocks had crumpled the soft cushion of the middle-sized bear. Somebody has been sitting in my chair, said the middle-sized bear in her middle voice. And you know what Goldilocks had done to the third chair? Somebody has been sitting in my chair and has set the bottom right out of it, said the little small wee bear in his little small wee voice. She just demolished y'all whole little house at this point. Invasion. Then the bears thought it necessary that they should make a further search, so they went upstairs to their bedroom. Now Goldilocks had pulled the pillow of the great huge bear out of its place. Somebody has been laying in my bed, said the great huge bear in his great rough, gruff voice. And Goldilocks had pulled the cover of the middle-sized bear out of its place. Somebody has been laying in my bed, said the middle-sized bear in her middle voice. And then the little small wee bear came to look at his bed. There was Goldilocks sleeping peacefully, her long shiny braids spread across his pillow. Little small wee bear just stared at her for a moment and didn't say anything. But then he cried, somebody has been lying in my bed and here she is. Goldilocks had heard in her sleep the great rough, gruff voice of the great huge bear and the middle voice of the middle-sized bear, but it was only as if she had heard someone speaking in a dream. But when she heard the little small wee voice of the little small wee bear, it was so sharp and so shrill and so like her own that it had awakened her at once. This would be scary waking up to. Look at this. This would be so scary waking up to. First of all, you're supposed to be in their house, so I could definitely understand, okay? Up she started, and when she saw the three bears on one side of the bed, she tumbled herself off the other and ran to the window. Out Goldilocks jumped and ran away as fast as she could run, not looking behind her until she was very far away. You wouldn't have had to do that, Goldie, if you would have never ended up in somebody else's house. And what happened to Goldilocks afterwards, no one can tell. But the three bears never saw anything more of her. Y'all, that was invasion. She invaded these people's houses. I know I say this every time I read this book, but she really invaded these people's houses and everything. Ate their food, broke chairs. Like, they didn't even say this girl was homeless. She just randomly went into somebody's house. Didn't even knock on the door, y'all. Okay. But yes, this was Goldilocks and the Three Bears. I don't know who came up with this book, but man, them bears, all right. But yes, this is Goldilocks and the Three Bears, guys. Thank you all for tuning in to Big Mama Storytime. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my page if you have not done so already. All right, guys. Bye.